it's Shelbi, otherwise known as Shelbizleee, here on YouTube, and today I'm starting a new series that I'm going to call Movements to Minimalism. I've decided to do this series because I've always kind of considered myself to be a minimalist. I mean, in my personal purchasing habits I am, but the problem I have is that I'm a dumpster diver, A, and B, people in my life buy me stuff all the time, and then those things accumulate in my home. I mean, if I look around me at the things that I've purchased myself, there are very few things. I mean, like the clothes that my mother buys me that I'll wear like once or twice, and it's nice that she thinks of me and does that, but then I don't wear it again and it just sits around and I feel bad about it, you know what I mean? But same goes with this mess, my makeup collection, because of dumpster diving. So the first video in this Movements to Minimalism series is going to be my makeup declutter. I have a feeling that most of what we're going to be decluttering today is going to be my eyeshadows, because this is my tub for lipsticks. It all fits in its designated tub, so I don't have an issue with it. And I'm pretty sure that most things in here I want to keep. I mean, I went through it earlier this week when I showed you my whole makeup collection. You see, this is an issue. But I went through all of it earlier this week whenever I was showing you my entire dumpster dive makeup collection, so I'm pretty sure that this basket is safe and I'm not going to go through it in this declutter video. Mostly what we need to do is narrow down my eyeshadows, because I have so many and so many colors are so similar that Lord knows I'm never going to use all of them. And then my face bucket is getting kind of full as well. So we're going to start with eyeshadows and then we'll go from there. So if you're interested in that, which I know you are, stay tuned. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with this chocolate bar, actually, that I just found on top. It's the Bonbon Palette. Everything in here is in pretty good condition. This little one is broken, but other than that, it's in good condition. But you guys, to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever used this palette. Like, the colors are just something that I definitely have in other palettes. It's not something that I like really need. None of the shades are super unique, to be honest. The first palette I picked up, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, so we'll put that to the side. Next one I have is the Master Palette by Mario, in really good condition. This one does have some kind of unique shades in my eyes, or maybe it's just because they're my favorites, but these warm shades, like this color here and these two red shades here, and I like this green. I've worn it a couple times. I think I will save the Master by Mario palette. Also, definitely going to save my Lorac 3 palette. I really like this, again, with the like warm brown tone shades. I'm a really big fan of that, and also this purple I use a lot. It's got a lot. This is like when I travel, if I'm going to grab a palette, usually grab this one. So yeah, for sure gonna keep this one. Another palette by Anastasia, the Modern Renaissance palette, and they're gonna get me again. So the thing is I'm gonna have to focus on, do I already have the same shades in another palette? That's what's gonna have to help me narrow it down. But I don't think I can see myself getting rid of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. We'll see if there's any other palettes that have similar shades that I'm trying to keep onto, and get rid of the other one, but I'm gonna keep this one. Then you have the Chocolate Bar palette, the regular Chocolate Bar palette. I think I want to keep this one too, which we were off to a good start. I got rid of the first one and now I want to keep this one as well. But I like this one because it again has a lot of kind of unique browns that I don't have in other things. This color right here and this color right here are also unique. I don't have in any other palette, I know, because I've reached for them before. So I think I'm going to keep this one. The rule I want to go by is everything I keep for the eyes needs to fit in this basket. So as long as I've got that down, I'm good. I guess let me just say really quickly, I should have said this at the beginning, but my reason for being more of a minimalist is not so much to own less things. I know everyone kind of does it for different reasons, right? So mine kind of come from two places. Number one is definitely the environmental impact. I like to consume less and therefore create less of a demand, which is the only reason I own literally everything here was found in a dumpster or traded another dumpster diver for. So I didn't create a demand by buying any of these things. And that's the number one reason I'm a minimalist, or trying to become a minimalist. And then number two is, of course, spending less money on things that you don't need, that you could be putting that money towards something that would make you much happier. So because I didn't spend any money on any of these things and I didn't create a demand by any of them, I'm not like I really need to get rid of them in order to be a minimalist, if that makes sense. If I have these 3 bins and they fit where they go, they're not going to bring me any more stress or anxiety for being in my home. They have a place and they are good in that place. But right now I have way too many eyeshadow palettes and we just need to get rid of some. So next up will be one that I know I'm going to get rid of, and that's a big one, is this Tarte palette. It's a holiday palette, I think. Nothing against this palette. Honestly, there's a lot of purples in here, which go really good with my eyes because I have hazel eyes, but I don't ever reach for it. I have had it for a while now. I used to use it a lot more, I guess before I accumulated all of these other ones. It's not a bad palette, but I definitely know that I'm ready to get rid of it because I think other colors like that are in here are very similar to the Tartelets. So I'm going to get rid of this huge bulky one. Cool. So right now we have 2 get rid ofs and 1, 2, 3, 4 keeps. Alright, another palette that I have is the Man-Eater palette. Looks like this. It's in pretty good condition. But let's think. There's not that many colors in here. Are any of these colors really unique? I would have to say that I really enjoy these colors, and this would be a really good palette for traveling. Like, it's pretty compact and it has something that's a little bit different, but also I could create a look with. But when you think about it, the colors in here, like this orangish terracotta one, are pretty similar to these ones over here. And that shimmery red shade is similar to the one that's in this palette right here, and also the shimmery red that's in this Master by Mario palette. So I think we can say goodbye to the Tarte Man-Eater palette. I had just gotten it whenever I did my last video, but it's the Lorac Pro Los Angeles The Brunch palette. Definitely going to keep this one because I just found it the other day, so we're going to keep that one. The Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. Another really pretty palette that I used to use a lot, but now that I have other colors, you know what? Actually, this color and that color are pretty freaking unique, I feel like. Yeah, that bottom left color is just really not something I have anywhere else. I think we might have to keep this one. Maybe I'll make a maybe pile, and then we'll see what room we have at the end. Alright, and then I have 2 Sweet Peach palettes. No one needs 2 Sweet Peach palettes, so definitely going to get rid of one of these. I'll keep the one that's in the better condition and get rid of the other one. Okay, now I have all of the Naked palettes, Naked 1, 2, 3, and the Smoky palette. I want to keep all of them just because I like having all of them. Again, none of these were purchased. They were all found in a dumpster. And I think it's safe to say that I don't use all of them enough to keep all of them, do I? I don't think I do, actually. I love this one. Definitely want to keep the Smoky one. I think I'll keep my one palette. I can't get rid of these because I didn't pay for them and they don't bring me any stress, you know what I mean? This is in perfect condition. I don't want to get rid of it. And my Naked 3 is in good condition too. I'm just going to keep them. I'm just going to keep them. Alright, well, aside from all those 4, I also have Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. That red color actually is very similar to the one in PB&J that I was like nervous to get rid of because I like it so much. You see what I mean? So which one would I want to keep? Because they're probably this one. Leave me a comment in the comment section which one of these I should keep. I don't know. Probably this one because it has more shades. This one only has like a couple shades. I don't know. These are going in the maybe. This is my Tartelette in Bloom and my regular Tartelette. I love these. They complement my eye colors so well because I have hazel eyes and these are very rosy, pinky, purpley tones. So I'm going to keep both of them. Oh, Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. This is one of those palettes that it's like the only colored palette I have. I absolutely rarely reach for it, but when I do need colors or want colors to do my makeup, this is the only palette I have for that, you know? Man, I don't know if I should get rid of this one or not. Let's put this one in the maybe pile as well. Alright, another one I know I don't ever reach for, although the colors are pretty. This Laura Geller, the Delectables Smoky Neutrals palette. I never reach for this. I need to get rid of it. This is the Lorac Pro 1. Everything's in really good condition. I'm trying to think. I don't ever reach for this one either, and there's nothing in here that's super, super unique. We're gonna get rid of this one. This is the Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette. It looks like this. Yeah, nothing in here is like, Shelby, keep me for this. Except the blush. I honestly own very few blushes because I never put blush on. But keeping this whole thing for a blush is silly. Get rid of it. Oh man, I'm kind of sad to say this. I wish I liked this more. I wish I used it more. The Carli Bybel palette, her first one. Yeah, I never use it. Props to her for creating this palette, but it's good for beginners if you would just need basics, but I don't need it. Makeup Revolution palette. This is supposed to be the one that like replaces the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. It's got very rosy purpley tones, you know what I mean? Honestly, this palette is almost more pigmented than my Naked 3, but can I justify keeping my Naked 3 and this one? I feel like not really, huh? If I get rid of my Naked 3 for this Makeup Revolution palette, am I a crazy person? I think I'm gonna do it. Swapping out the Naked 3, ruining my perfect Naked collection for the Makeup Revolution palette. I'm not encouraging you guys to run out and buy this palette, but it's honestly better than the Naked. Alright, and then this is a Lorac Pro number 2, I think. I definitely think there are unique colors in here. I do use this. Definitely gonna keep it. Alright, now as I said, we are going to skip the lips. The eyeshadow bucket is officially empty. If you want to see all my lippies, just go check out my video. I'll link it up here where I show my whole collection. But let's go ahead and move over to this face stuff. And I don't think I'm going to get rid of really anything in here. I'm just going to look through it really quickly and see if there's anything that I don't need. Because generally speaking, I have enough room for my face stuff and have enough room for my lip stuff. And unless something made its way in here that I never touch, everything in here I pretty much use. So let me just glance. I don't think we're getting rid of anything, but if I am, I'll let you know. Nope, I think everything in here is good to go. I have concealers, foundations, contour palettes. That's pretty much it. I think everything in here can stay. So these are all of the palettes that I am getting rid of, and I'm pretty proud of myself for doing this. And now everything I have will fit in its bin. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it encourages you to go through things in your home, specifically your makeup collection, and look at things a little bit differently in that a lot of the things you own are similar to a lot of the other things you own, and maybe you can sell them and get a little bit of money back, as well as just get them out of your space and stop cluttering your room, your house, wherever your things may be. Hey guys, so in my last video I got a lot of questions about where I sell my stuff and when I'm going to be posting new things. Things will be going up as soon as this video goes live, so if you're interested in any of the things I said I'm getting rid of, click the link in the description box to go to my website, and click the other link in the description box to sign up for my email alerts so that you're alerted when I have new things in my shop or just new projects I'm working on and things like that. If you're excited for this series, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Next up will be my clothes the next time I do an installment of this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you're new here, and remember, until next time, create the peace.